Well, greetings. Side hustles. Are they worth it or just hype? We're going to talk about that today. Hi, my name is Melissa, and this is Ask a Bookkeeper, and you get to ask me your burning bookkeeping and business question, and I get to help you find an answer. Today, we are going to talk about side hustles. I am asked, side hustles, are they worth it or hype? And do you have any tips or advice? Oh, that is incredible. There's so much I could share. For me personally, I do regret that I never started a side hustle. For many years, I worked at the same company in a nonprofit in their finance department. Great opportunity. Unfortunately, I did not take advantage of taking skills and passions and starting a side hustle. Maybe a time or two I had thought about it, but never really did anything. Little did I know that I was going to be laid off and be in sink or swim. And I do not want to see anybody have to go through what I did. And so that's one reason why I'm here today is to help you be successful. Side hustles. I think they're incredible. And it's not just about making money for paying bills, which is really important. And the side hustles can really help you with that. But they also can be for fun. You can easily have a side hustle where you are saving for a special trip. Maybe you want to take your family somewhere or your spouse, or you have a special anniversary. Whatever it is, a side hustle can help you bring in those extra funds to save for that special moment. But they also can be great, as I said, for building additional funds, as money can sometimes be tight or certain circumstances come up and you're finding that you just don't have enough. Or you can do, which I really highly recommend, is to have a side hustle to save for retirement or your kids' college. I think that is incredible to have, and I think many people should step out and look at it. And what tips and advice do I have? Number one, do not, as best as you can, do not quit your job. Do not say, oh, I'm going to start this business and all that. No, 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 don't quit your job. I'll tell anybody, don't quit. Keep your income coming in. I know it can be hard, especially if you are in a job that maybe is not making enough or you're just not happy there. I am going to encourage you, hold on tight because you're in for a big, big, long road, but it can be incredible. It is a big transition to go from an employee to an entrepreneur. And anyone that has walked this journey will understand that. But for you in the beginning, it is a transition that you have to get used to. There's so many hats as an entrepreneur that you will be wearing that you do not wear when you're an employee. And there are pros and cons to both. Being an employee, there are incredible benefits to that, and especially if certain skills or you're with a great company and there is no reason of leaving. But a side hustle can bring that additional funds for saving a rainy day, a special moment. It is incredible. Also, you know, having the funds coming in, you can really grow your side hustle and look at it to see if, hey, I actually would like to do this more full time and then continuing being an employee. And having that job, whether it's part time or full time, you get options because you have the income coming in. It does mean long days because you'll be spending your evenings and weekends, but do not sacrifice time with your spouse and your family. It's very important to do this and try to figure out ways to do it strategically. To plan. Whatever you do, whatever your passion is, your skills, spend time planning. It's very important to set down goals and aspirations and really get a business plan and your goals written down and really spend time uh, just really looking into what that you want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, that's a good time to really spend time thinking about it and planning and looking at what opportunities out there, because there are so many opportunities for a side hustle. I mean, people can easily do uh, anywhere their passions with pets. They can do pet sitting, they can do dog sitting. People can go and do baking, and they can be involved in art. They can do writing. Some people start virtual assistants, bookkeeping like myself, or there's other opportunities, whether that's something as house cleaning or pressure washing, car detailing. There's so many opportunities out there. And before you start, spend time planning and setting your goals of why do I want to do this and what are my goals for the future, and reach for them. And three, budget. Oh my gosh, you cannot um, I could spend a lot of time when it comes into the finances and really spend time budgeting and working on the finances. I highly recommend to spend the time if you're starting a side hustle, is really get your savings. Like they say 3 to 6 months, but I'll tell you, it is a lot more. After being laid off, I've really learned no matter how much you have saved, it will never be enough. And just spend time budgeting, looking at your finances, reviewing your finances, working on getting out of debt. Really spend time focusing on the financial aspect and how much money can you have in your savings and ready for that. I think that is so important because one of the things you're going to have to learn is with finances is you are going to have to learn how to keep track of the money coming in and all the expenses and everything. And you're going to have to really understand budgeting and finances in a business and really spend time understanding bookkeeping. It is vital in the beginning. One of the foundation pieces to starting a business isn't just about, oh, let's go get a logo and let's get a domain name and all that. It's very important. All that stuff is good. But if you don't understand finances, you're really going to need to spend time learning about finances, learning about budgeting, learning about cash flow, learning about bookkeeping. There's a lot of important stuff there. So have your money saved as you start your side hustle. Save, save, and save more. You'll just be so thankful that you spent that time because if you decide to transition into full-time, need to be really prepared. And finances is a great way. That's why I say don't quit your job. Spend a lot of time planning and spend time budgeting and preparing your finances and learning all about your financial success and bookkeeping. It's going to be very important to decide whether you want to start off just doing Excel, if you want to do something like QuickBooks Online, which you'll eventually need to if you're going to expand and grow and scale and to keep track of your expenses and your cash flow and your profit. That is going to be very vital, is to have something in place and start very early. Uh, don't don't wait. And uh, and a bonus tip here, I will say, is research. Spend time researching and learning. There is nothing more important that when you start a side hustle and have a business is you will always need to be learning and always growing as an entrepreneur. This is not a one time and done, it's a lifetime. Once you step out, there's so many aspects that you'll need to research, not just your skills and your passion. And you definitely need to grow and learn in those. Whatever that is that you decide to do, you will always be growing, whatever. But it's also important to learn all about business, all that goes into it, all the hats that you will be needing in the beginning, all the things about marketing, about sales, about finances, about cash flow. Oh my gosh, customer care. You will be doing all this in the beginning as yourself. As you step out, you'll need to be learning about registering your business, licensing. These are the things you need to look for because certain states, certain counties have regulations depending on what skill, niche, and passion you have. You may have licensing, you may have registration. Uh, if it's possible, I highly recommend if it's just going to be something small as a side hustle and you're going to see what happens. If you don't need to do a lot of registering or anything, you may want to start off as a solopreneur. And as you start off solo, you may need to do a DBA, and I highly recommend in my cleaning business. I did a DBA and then my bookkeeping has the LLC. And so you just have to kind of research what is needed and required and continue to learn all about business, all about the skill and the service or product and everything that you're going to provide and continue to grow. It is so important. Uh, and if you want to know more about bookkeeping, I highly recommend uh, clicking on my video about why bookkeeping. That is going to be just as important as getting yourself legally started and set up for success. But I think it's great. I highly feel side hustles can be an incredible opportunity as an employee. And they may just be something you do on the side. Maybe it's a passion that you just love and you get to make money off of it. And I think that is incredible. If you have something that you love doing and you can make money off of it, I say go for it. And for those of you who just want to figure out a way to better their life and bring in some extra resources or save or use the side hustle to get out of debt, whatever reason, go for it. I think they're just something I just wish I had started sooner and had done. And I tell you, spend the time researching, planning, getting your finances in order, and I'll tell you to go for it. And if you'd like to know any more or need any help, feel free to reach out. I'm here to see that you and your business succeed to your success.